In tonight's WGN Investigates, February marks 6 months since the first migrant bus arrived in Chicago from Texas. Others followed, carrying an estimated 4,000 people.
More than 700 are children. They're now enrolled in schools across Chicago and the suburbs. Investigative reporter Lourdes Duarte spent a day in class to see how it's going.
Well, this influx of new students comes at a time when school districts around the country are dealing with teacher shortages. Bilingual teachers are even tougher to come by, which has led to some challenges for school districts. Now, a battle for dollars to help even the youngest of students.
El morado, sí. ¿Cuál te gusta?
El azul.
El azul.
At 5 years old, Stephen may be too little to speak clearly, but is big enough to understand that he's entered a brand new world.
Estoy viviendo con mi tía y con mi papi y con mi mami.
He has a lot of life experience already.
Cada vez que buscamos comida, siempre, cada vez nos quedamos en casas, en calles, en todas partes. Muchos lugares aburridos.
Along with his family, he started the journey 2,000 miles away in Honduras, eventually crossing the border into the U.S. He covered a lot of ground in that time, but still had never set foot in a classroom until now.
¿Y qué te gusta más de la escuela?
Los legos, la construcción, la cocina.
He's a happy boy who loves the camera.
Voy a vender mis cosas.
His mother let us tag along to hear the story of how he got here.
En bus, en avión, digo, en carros, en todo, pero en avión no.
He's one of about 775 children sent to Chicago by Texas Governor Greg Abbott. WGN Investigates learned that of the 4,000 new arrivals, nearly 20% are children.
It has been a little bit stressful, right? But we've been fortunate to be able to thus far help them, right?
Ay, me salió pegamento.
Stephen has been attending class at El Valor on the southwest side, a nonprofit early learning center that knows the struggles of immigrant children.
El amarillo.
It's calling everybody you know, right? So that's kind of, we can't do it alone. We really need our partners.
Casa gigante como el otro día.
Stephen is one of the lucky ones. While this program is equipped to handle immigrant children, not every school can.
When you get notice that in 3 days you're going to have 40 students from the southern border that are going to be entering into your schools, you know, there is that's a stressor on the system.
In the last year, the small Wheeling School District 21 has enrolled more than 500 new arrivals to the U.S. Some came by bus, some came on their own. Chicago Public Schools has seen its own spike as well. WGN Investigates obtained records on the number of new students enrolled in English as a second language programs, which help new arrivals adjust to the language and culture. We found at least 24 elementary schools enrolled more than 20 new ESL students in the last year. 2 schools added an additional 100 new students. And here's the battle that's brewing. A large portion of the new students are attending schools outside Chicago. Yet many of those suburban schools, like the Wheeling School District, have received either minimal funding or no additional dollars.
Nothing. That is the issue. And I think any reasonable person would understand, you know, we need to do something about that.
In Springfield, Representative Fred Crespo introduced a bill that would have funneled $35 million to areas outside of Chicago to help schools, but it went nowhere. He's introducing it again this week.
If you're going to do the right thing and help Chicago, help the Department of Human Services, you need to give local schools outside of Chicago the support that they need.
He's referring to the $20 million recently approved by Springfield for the city of Chicago to care for migrants. The battle comes as schools prepare for the possibility of another wave of new students. Barbara Marler with the Skokie School District is making predictions for the upcoming year.
I know the numbers will increase, but I don't know by how much.
As schools adjust, so does little Stephen.
Él todo lo que le enseñan aprende.
So our job has been to be a safe base for him, you know, and make sure that he understands that, you know, we're here for the long run and that he's not gonna disappear from us and we're not gonna disappear from him.
By now, he knows his way around the classroom as he continues the journey that started hundreds of miles away.
Tenga su helado.
Gracias.
De nada.
And there's a federal grant to help districts run some of the language and cultural programs needed for new arrivals. Of the 853 school districts in Illinois, only about 10% or 80 districts have received dollars from that grant, CPS being one of them, receiving about $12 million this year. Representative Crespo plans to reintroduce his funding bill to help suburban schools. I'm Lourdes Duarte, WGN Investigates.